Hey everyone. Um, Probably most of you who have been following my channel know my passion for the San Francisco Zoo. And I just want to talk a little bit about what was in the news yesterday. If you aren't familiar with, um, oh my God, I have a lot to say about this. If you're not familiar with what's going on at the San Francisco Zoo, you can check out my blog that's linked in the description. Um, So yesterday's news out of the Zoological Society was that the vote that they had been trying to put forth was in regards to removing Tanya Peterson as the director of our zoo. If anyone is local, you have had to hear about all the drama in the last year that's come out about her. Um, and it's only been in the last year that the media has been privy to this, I guess. I've been blogging about the mass mismanagement by this woman for 14 years. Monitoring the zoo for 17. But you can see I'm an old lady. I've been going to the zoo since I was a little girl. So um, you know, the zoo is a big part of my life, and I care a lot about what happens to our zoo. But mostly, I care about our animals that live there. So I just want to talk a little bit about um, the vote and why it happened that way, in my opinion. So I feel like, first of all, the vote, I'm sorry, it's been a very upsetting 24 hours, well, 36 hours now, because now it's nighttime, the next day. But I feverishly was so pissed off that I wrote so many blog posts yesterday about this. And how many minutes have I got going on? 2 minutes now. That people are probably sick of listening to me with my bam, 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 4 blog posts. But I just, it's just, it's a very frustrating situation and very disturbing, to be frank, uh, for not just me, but anyone who cares about our zoo, and mostly the staff members who work there and have been, trying to seek change for a long time because of this mass mismanagement by Tanya Peterson. And for the Zoological Society to finally take notice of what's been going on over these 17 years that Tanya Peterson has been the director there, uh, enough to, and we don't know what happened to cause this vote, but enough to put forth a vote to finally remove her, that they ended up at an impasse the second time they voted, and maybe possibly the third, it's rumored. But anyway, um, for them to have members of our board, after all the information that's come through, and after over 200 letters were submitted by mostly staff members. I myself also wrote a letter, but uh, presenting even more evidence that may not have been included in these media stories. And there's still board members who thought it's fine to be holdouts and not allow this vote to remove her to go through. And in my opinion, that means there's some kind of corruption going on within the board members. And that corruption allegedly um, is rooted in a bias, because there's a lot of board members who are allegedly her friends. And I just want to speak to those board members right now directly. Hopefully, some of them, this video finds the way to them, because I don't know what kind of person you are, but after all of the evidence that's been put forth about what is going on at our zoo, you still support Tanya Peterson being the director. It's unfathomable. I can't even speak properly that this is happening, or that you even think that that's okay. Now, either you just do not care about our zoo, because let's be honest, the board needs to accept responsibility for their negligence in managing our zoo properly and allowing this woman to have free reign for 17 years, because that is why our zoo is in the position that it's in right now. And the board members who voted to keep her there, when the rest of their team wants obviously to get rid of her, is outrageous. So like I said, either you don't care about our zoo, or this is complete bias and that you are doing this just to protect your friend. And I this is not about your personal relationship, friendship, whatever with this woman. This is about the betterment of our zoo. It don't matter that you like her. It don't matter that you're going out for cocktails, having dinner parties, whatever. That is not what this is about. Your vote is about her ability to successfully and fairly and righteously take care of our zoo and our animals, and that is not happening. There is mass mismanagement, many animal welfare issues, offenses that she has done, misappropriation of funds, abuse of power. I mean, the list goes on and on. She has just ran our zoo into the ground. You've allowed her 17 years of destruction, and now we're at the point where the zoo is in it's in turmoil. I mean, it has a dark cloud over it, and you still think it's okay. I don't know what your um I shouldn't even say professional background, because not that I have a professional background, but I can tell the difference between right and wrong. And what she has done is not right. But like, you somehow are not seeing that, or you just don't care. You don't care about the zoo. You care more about, and I think I'm repeating myself now, but you care more about protecting and supporting your friendship with Tanya Peterson than you do about our San Francisco Zoo. And it's not right. It's twisted that you have caused an impasse and that there is no unanimous decision to remove her. So let's now just talk about what else can happen. So now I'm directing this video. We'll move on from the people who voted ridiculously, I guess I'll say. I'm trying not to swear. So, and now I'm going to address the San Francisco Recreation and Park Department. I don't know if I should direct it at Park Manager Phil Ginsburg or at the commissioners, but attention, all of you, and our new mayor, Daniel Lurie. You you guys have the authority to override the Zoological Society and make a decision to support whatever. I'm assuming that the majority of the board members want to remove Tanya Peterson. But regardless of whether they want to remove Tanya Peterson, you guys have all the information too. And hopefully, those letters that went to the board from the staff members, supposedly 200 of them, will make their way to you guys so that you guys will know and you can make a decision on your own to override the Zoological Society, which is a managing entity. Let me remind you, they do not own the zoo. The city of San Francisco owns the zoo, and the Recreation and Park Department is supposed to be the oversight of the management of the zoo under the direction of the mayor's office. And again, like the not like the Zoological Society, the Rec and Park Department, and you guys need to own up to this too. You guys have ignored the zoo and neglected your responsibilities as oversight as well. And don't say you haven't, because you have, and I have documentation of it in my blog, because I have been there to witness how commissioners have treated animal care staff when they tried to tell you years ago, 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, when the whole chimpanzee thing was going on. A group of keepers at 3 different meetings, 4 different meetings actually, stood up and tried to tell you guys what was going on. They got eye rolls, they got dismissed, whatever. So don't say that this didn't happen. Now is your time to fix stuff. You need to like make sure. I'm sorry that like I'm going really close to my face. Nobody needs to be like hearing me like rant that close. Anyway, you guys need to step up. And in case I've digressed so much, people forgot who I was talking to. I'm talking to Phil Ginsburg, the park manager. I'm talking to the park and rec commissioners, and I'm talking to you, new mayor Daniel Lurie, who I'm getting sick of seeing gallivanting around town, going here, there, and everywhere. But you can't get involved with what's going on at the zoo. You're a native and you've lived in this city, I think, your whole life, and you know what's going on at the zoo. Don't pretend that you don't. So you've been in office now, what is it, 5 months? So you should have already addressed the problem with the zoo already, because I mean, what do you guys all like? Do you guys all like our zoo being in the news constantly with a dark cloud above it, and people hating on the zoo? I mean, is that what you guys like? Remove this woman, Tanya Peterson, get a caring director, and our zoo won't be in the news. We'd have time to, we'd have the opportunity to heal and move on from her destruction and hopefully fix our zoo. So you guys need to step it up and step over the damn zoological society and make the executive decision to remove Tanya Peterson as our director, because we need a new director. We need new management. And then you need to identify the problems that have gone on for 17 years with the zoological society managing the zoo, and restructure management. But let's just take care of the first thing, you know? Tanya Peterson needs to go. Everybody wants her to go. The staff voted 93% last year, no confidence in her. The Zoological Society, obviously, something triggered this vote where they don't even want her there. It's only the holdouts who want her there. So we cannot be stuck with her because of these holdouts that are her friends, probably, or what's holding us back. Because who all this evidence, it means something. It means there is something wrong, and it's not right for it to continue. This is not some business where, you know, corporate bullshit. This is an animal care facility. These are lives that live there depending on good management. I don't care what happens with, like, corporate world, human business. No, I care about animals. That's what I care about. I care about these innocent beings who are being taken care of, um, in a supposed to be in a healthy run situation here, and it's not that way. And whoever's watching this, I'm not saying that the animals aren't well taken care of, because the animal care staff takes care of the animals despite all this bullshit that goes on within the zoo. There has been incidents though, and I encourage you to go to my blog and read one of my last few posts, because I put down a handful of incidents in my letter to the Zoological Society in support of removing her in this vote of this past week. And I wrote them in a blog post recently. And if you're not horrified by those things, then there's something seriously wrong with you. So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up because, like, look, now it's 14 minutes. Whoever's stuck with this, thank you, because that means that you care about what's going on. And anyway, that's all I got to say. Uh, Phil Ginsburg, Daniel Lurie, get with the program and remove this woman from our zoo.